Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for showing up again for episode 16. And we
Six.
are here with none other than the man, the myth, the legend, Power himself. What's going on,
Appreciate
Power?
that, y'all.
What's good?
Appreciate
What's
that.
good?
So
I'm
just
just
want
the
to let y'all
man.
know.
I'm just the man, y'all.
Uh, so today, just want to let y'all know we ride with Power, a Harley man known for brilliant paint jobs, unforgivable road glide, and a lowrider ST build. And his impact as a podcaster, a motivational speaker in the biker community. So y'all give it up for Power.
Hey,
welcome,
appreciate that, bro.
welcome.
I don't think I said it right. I said it right before he came on.
Yeah, you didn't say it right. You gotta
I
say it
know.
like
I was like Power. That's how I was supposed to say it.
yes,
I
uh,
supposed to start it off. I'm sorry about that, y'all. So
yes, I'm gonna come correct.
so
oh man.
I guess since we're here, let's take it to where it all started for you. You
Mhm.
know, tell us a little bit about your journey and getting involved in the biker community.
Wow. So, um, well, my story starts back actually from a lot of pressure, peer pressure from my boys, because a lot of them rode motorcycles before I even thought about getting into motorcycles, even taking a second look. So a lot of peer pressure from them, like, hey, we were stuck on the island together. That's back when I was stationed in Hawaii. For a lot of people that don't know, was in the military in the army. Um, but a lot of the people that I hung out with, they were bikers. So they would still come out, hey, during this deployment, we're gonna get back, blow this deployment bag, get some bikes, and next thing you know, like I'm in a riders course, and that just hooked me from there. Just that being out in the wind, feeling the elements, that unity that you feel with the other bikers that you with is just it's something hard to explain until you do it.
Mhm.
And it's funny that you say that because um when I came back, that was actually what my money went towards from deployment was buying my first bike. So
Hmm.
I kind of can relate to that. Um, for me, I would say it wasn't more so peer pressure, which is strange that you mentioned that because I did a segment about that on a separate live. But for me, it was more so just wanted to do something I was always interested in. Uh, in New York, I would see Rough Riders a lot. And my cousins, like like they had their bikes. They had they had sport bikes and whatnot. So I always thought that was cool growing up that they was riding and whatnot. So that was my thing. Um, as far as like the like once you like what was like your first bike like if when
I
you
was just
went
about
think
to
back
ask
to it like what was your first bike that you thought about getting?
That I thought about getting.
that. Mhm.
Well,
Yeah.
first I got the first bike that I could actually just afford, that I could just get. So it was just that was a Gixxer 750. I want to say it was a 2003, but that was just a bike I could just get, and it looked pretty good. But the bike that I end up seeing that I wanted was a Ninja ZX10R. I forgot what year it was, but it was. I know I had got it brand new at the time, but that was a bike that I seen that I wanted. Plus, I was influenced too by I want to say it was latest Lady Saw, big ninja bike. Like, hey, I'm gonna ride a ninja. I know all the Caribbean women gonna want me if I'm on this ninja. She talk about a big ninja bike, so hey, I'm gonna get me a ninja bike. So, but yeah, that I got one of those, and then as far as in that realm of sport bike riding.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
did you start off with like having multiple bikes? Because I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think I seen one of your videos where you was talking about you started with your first bike, and then shortly
Mhm.
after, or I don't know how long it was, but you was like, "Yo, I need another bike." So like, when did that start?
Yeah, so in the midst of me having the 750, that's why I was learning getting my bumps and bruises. Um, and then so I had the 750, and like I say, it wasn't this big time frame. I had a 750, and then I jumped all the way to the ZX10R, and
Oh,
like within a matter of having my permit, probably like 6 months.
oh, okay.
So it was a very short time frame from going from not necessarily a small bike, but to like one of the big boys, if you
Yeah.
will. hmm So yeah, that's the
So,
two bike thing.
So you
so,
always had two bikes.
Yeah.
so like during the time of you like learning how to ride and whatnot, do you feel like, you know, from that time of learning how to ride to now, do you feel like you started truly learning what riding means to you beyond like is it beyond the two wheels, or is it just to you riding is just riding and that's that? Or does it extend outside of that?
No, it definitely goes outside of that because there is a whole like culture tied into the riding thing. I mean, looking at it from the outside, thinking about it now, um, I know that I was just thought people was just riding, just hey, everybody want to go fast, you want to look cool while you're doing it. And then when I got around people and start taking in the culture, like, hey, this is what this means, and then you're just bringing in these different people from different walks of life. Like I said, okay, there's a little bit more to this than just, yeah, you do want to look cool, yeah, you kind of want to go fast if that's your thing, but there's more to it than that. There's a family that you're building around this thing, and then we take care of each other too inside of that culture.
Totally agree. Totally agree with that one. So you said you have two bikes. So by you having two bikes, especially the ones that you have now with the Lowrider ST and the Road Glide, do you feel like that gives you kind of like two different identities in a way? It's like the Lowrider ST is a little bit more nimble and agile, and the Road Glide is kind of that laid back, chill. Let's just go ahead and cruise. You know what I'm saying? On through the summer breeze type deal. So, what would you say to that?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I think even when I'm on both bikes, it changes, I guess, my disposition or how I ride them. Um, with the Lowrider ST, that does give me more of a sport bike feel. Being on a Harley at the same time. That's why I always challenge people. Like, if you have never ridden a Lowrider ST, like, please just ride one. Especially if you were a person that, hey, I love my sport bike. I love my sport bike. Ride a Lowrider ST, and that'll give you kind of that balance of a sport bike still having a cruiser, especially once you get it to where you want it to be. Um, and then my Road Glide, that's just that's my battleship right there. Like, that's the big boy. That's the one I'm doing the biggest miles with. Still get around town, and yeah, I know it's all decked out and stuff, but I'm gonna put mad miles on there. Plenty of miles on it.
Listen, it's decked out and it's looking dope. I don't care what nobody say.
Yeah, that's
Appreciate
probably
it,
got
bro.
like glow in the dark, flickering lights and stuff on it.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to Alter Ego Customs.
Awesome.
Mhm.
y'all, y'all done messed up again, man. Sound effects.
Yeah. Oh, do you hear that?
Yeah, when
Oh,
he just said awesome.
Oh, okay, okay. No, no, I thought y'all was hearing my mic. It had fell down.
Oh
no,
no, no,
nah,
you
we hear
good.
that.
Mm.
We over here clowning him.
Nah, so what gave you the idea as far as like the paint schemes on? Because your paint schemes are just like
Mm-hmm.
crazy. I will say that. When I first
Definitely
seen your bike, I
different.
was like, "Yo, what is that?" I've never seen
Yeah.
that type of paint scheme. So, and yeah, I think I seen one with it was like glow in the dark almost, right? I seen you post
Yeah,
one
with the
about.
Road Glide. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's I it's kind of weird like how things kind of come to my mind. Like if I'm looking at a bike, like I'll start with the Lowrider ST, for example. Like my initial vision for it was to murder it out. Like it was just gonna be murdered out. blacked out. But then I started kind of like, oh, okay, what if I throw this color at it? Just kind of throw something to break it up some. And then next thing you know, then it started this whole purple and gold scheme with that one. And that one is kind of my minimalistic one, the lowrider, which I call Black Nasty, by the way. So it's just, I think it just, yeah, I think it just fits. Yeah, to
You gotta
me.
make a stank face when you say that. You got
Yeah. But that's just how my mind sees it. Just kind of that minimalistic approach. And then approaching the my 24 Road Glide, which I call the one.
I love the name.
Man.
Yeah. But that one is like, I knew what color scheme I wanted, because before that I had a 21 Road Glide CVO, which was primarily red and black, which is kind of my favorite little color scheme. But I know I wanted to throw something extra in there. I wanted to throw some gold in there, red, black, and gold. And hence, I kind of gave the painter, like I said, shout out to Shane Quick, Altered Ego Customs. I just say, hey, this is what I want to do. But I know I got tattoos and stuff, and I know just talking to artists, the more freedom you give them, the better they're going to produce for you, you know. I could have easily been like, oh, I want red stripes and gold flames and blah, blah, blah. But I say, hey, these are the colors I want. Go ahead and do your thing. But I know one thing, I do want it to glow, though. And then he just went from there.
That's dope. I think one day I had seen something on like your social media, like you had like a trophy or something. Was that from the paint scheme, or was that like something totally like?
So I put the bike in Traveling Tall's Ride In Bagger Show, which I did ride into. I don't know if everybody rode into it, but I know I rode into it all the way from Virginia. But
I rode mine.
Yeah, there you go. But so I rode into the show, put the bike into the show, didn't expect to win. I thought like, okay, yeah, to give me some kudos. Had some stickers there. Hey, please like, share, subscribe to my channel. Just trying to build some stuff. And plus I had rode down with a couple of my brothers. But yeah, as the show was going on, he had different categories, the most miles, I think Tall's Choice, and there were some other categories there. But then, you know, those categories kept going like, hey, this person won, this person won. And everybody kept whispering to me. That was like, hey, if you don't win something, this thing is rigged, like for the bikes that were there and during that competition. But it was like, hey, this thing is rigged if you don't win nothing. And then lo and behold, the Harley team, the vice president, the one who helps design the bikes, like he picked out my bike and said, hey, yo, your joint is dope. Here's the reward. And that's the trophy that I'm holding up. Yeah.
Yeah, that was dope. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So speaking of that fact that you rode your bike down to this event and you won, do you feel that, you know, your bike kind of tells a story of who you are as well, based on how much work you put into it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And the thing about me too, and I know it's gonna sound crazy because some people are from the outside looking in, they look at my bike and think that I would baby it. Like I want the scratches, the bumps and the bruises. Like I want it to tell the story. Like, yeah, I try to keep it clean as I can, but at the same time, if the fork legs are getting scratched up, hey, that's showing that I'm riding it. If it get a scratch here, like that's showing my personality. Like I like kind of imperfections in things. That's just me.
That's a good way to look at it. I think I haven't really heard too many people say that. I know for me, like, I mean, I try to be out and about all the time, and if I see a scratch, I'm like, God damn it! Like, you know, it's a mark on my bike. So I never thought about it like that.
Yeah. And that's the thing with traveling too, you know. It's just gonna come. So it's inevitable. Like I know I ain't gonna be putting this bike on the trailer or nothing like that.
Trailer.
Yeah, my main thing. Yeah. The only thing I'm concerned about Only thing I'm concerned about is if the bike is not working properly. That's the thing that'll drive me crazy. But
Yeah, most
other than that, then I'm good. What up, Ben? I'm looking at the comments over there.
I was about to say,
What
that
up,
was
preacher's
random.
kid?
What up, man? That's
Yeah,
random.
yeah. Let's bring them back up really quick. So you got Ben.
You know, you
What's
see
up,
what Ben
White
just said,
Light?
right? You see what Ben just typed, right?
He said, "Pop." What's up, White Life?
I ain't gonna lie, that's like my favorite part of his intro. I be saying that while we watching the videos.
What's that? Oh, do y'all want to know where that come from? A lot of people
Yes.
don't know where that come from. So it's funny. I don't know if he'll watch this, but shout out to Curly if he watches this. Curly is that gentleman that you meet, Gab. Like sometimes he's in a dealership.
Mhm.
He talks to you all the time when he's in there, and I always say like, "Hey, this is our extra employee up at the dealership." I don't know if you remember, but well dressed
see
guy,
him, if I see
always matching to the T, Yeti cup matching,
Uh-huh.
everything. Everything. He's somebody who I want to be like when I get to that age. But anyway, but shout out to Curly because he's the one. He invited me to a bike event at a church. So as I'm sitting in the church, the pastor's preaching, and then he just keeps saying power over and over again, like he's like da 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 power, and that's where it comes from. Like I'm actually recording a preacher. So sometimes in the intro, like if you listen kind of closely, you can hear some of the church members yelling a little bit in the
Oh
background.
Lord.
But that's a preacher that's saying power.
Okay,
Hey, let's give
so
a shout out to
let
that
me
preacher.
let me ask this. How did you
Mhm.
come up with your name? Like I think that's like really dope too. Like how did you come up with like under the helmet with power? Like how did that
So
process happen?
I'll go back some. So power is what I've been called since probably the last 20 something years. People have been calling me power. Um, it's just come from a name I gave myself. I used to be like I said in a previous video, I did used to be a rhymer, a rhyme smith, and a
Okay.
rapper. So yeah,
Okay.
but
Rap bars then. No.
oh yeah, you don't want me to spit no hot fire. You don't spit no hot fire. But
The best rapper out there alive. Dylan.
there you go. There you go. There you go. But yeah, that's what a lot of people used to call me. Especially when I was stationed in Korea. That's like when it really kicked in.
Mhm.
But that's what 99.9% of people know me by now. So there's only maybe three family members that call me by my government name, really. And my mom ain't one of them. So, yeah, she called me something that she'll either call me by my brother's name or another nickname that she gave me, which
Okay.
I won't share here. Only a few people know it. Only a few.
Okay.
But that's
That's
special for mom.
classified.
Hey,
Yeah.
Chad, whoever can get that name by the end of the show, we might have a special spot for you on the show.
Oh, hey, there you go. Y'all start filling up the comments if you know. No, that ain't it, baggers and bourbon. That's not it.
I'm sorry.
That's not it.
What's
If
up?
one of my bros watching, they gonna put it in here.
Hey,
But
they can't cheat though. They can't cheat though. You know
yeah,
what
they
I'm
can't
saying?
be my relative. You know what I mean? So, but under the helmet with power came when I was in Savannah, and I've always been one of the people that's been recording stuff. Like I got an old camcorder up there with tapes I made, just crazy stuff. Like just I've always been somebody who wanted to capture like a visual moment and try to share that with people.
Yeah.
And then I was riding my 2015 Street Glide at the time. And I was like, man, I should record some of my riding and just me talking in my helmet. Even though sometimes when I wasn't recording, I felt like I was having better conversations. Yeah, talking to myself. versus when I'm recording. But I knew that was something I wanted to do. At first, I didn't want to even show my face, really. I just wanted to be some kind of just this voice. You see me traveling and doing my stuff. But then it just kind of evolved with, hey, okay, I'm tired of just trying to hide and it's just constantly evolving my channel. But I didn't want to change the name. I just wanted to stick with that. Just kind of my thoughts of what I'm doing in this helmet, which can be kind of crazy at times.
That's dope.
I like that. And that takes me to the fact that I know you mentioned Gab came up to the dealership. So pretty much you're the man that everyone has to see or should see if they looking to
They
purchase
should.
a new hog, right?
hmm
And explain to them why that is. Something they
So I am one of the people that will go the extra mile for you. I try to leave no questions unanswered. Make sure you have the right experience, all the knowledge, all the numbers that you need before you lead a dealership and help you make a better decision and fit you to the right motorcycle that you want. And you notice how I'm looking right in the camera
Right.
when I'm
He's like,
saying this time. So yeah, I'll put my salesman hat on then though. But yeah, y'all can come see me though. But we do got a good team down there though. Shout out to everybody working down there at Colonial.
hey, y'all heard it from the man himself. Come on down there and get you a bike. 'Cause I know we got some
That's
people in
it.
here looking for a new hog, thinking about
mhm.
buying out their first hog. So
Yep.
you heard it from the man himself.
Come on, get
Don't
that
don't
swine.
say what I
He's
tell
like,
you.
come on, get.
If
He's like,
y'all
come
come
on,
to
get that
this
spot.
channel, y'all come to this channel, you're gonna leave with some type of knowledge, right? You're gonna leave with some knowledge.
Not the
We
swine.
here to help y'all out. I
He
promise
said
you.
redfish, bluefish. Oh.
Get that swine, baby.
Big neck paddywhack.
Oh, snap.
So, before we continue, I would like to take a time to do a quick commercial, if we may. So, I just want to let everyone know, all the viewers know, once again, thank you all for coming in and viewing Left Lane Chronicles. Without you all, it would be no Left Lane Chronicles. So, we greatly appreciate the support
Yes,
and love
yes.
that y'all give us. Also, I want to throw out there, if you guys are prone to liking, getting things, if you want to get giveaways and stuff like that, we will be thinking about doing some possible giveaways. It's not 100% sure as of yet. We're still trying to figure out what we're gonna give away. But if you have any suggestions, feel free to leave us suggestions here in the comments, so that way we can discuss it. I already started doing a giveaway on Shot Will Glide channel on my page, Shot Will Glide. So I want to bring that same energy here to Left Lane Chronicles. So the more you guys show up, the more you guys hit that like button, the more you guys subscribe and share our page, the more we can get things done to help you guys out. So let's get back to our scheduled broadcast.
Not the brief intermission.
That's what's up.
And we're back. Welcome back, everybody, to Left Lane Chronicles. Yeah, I
It's
love
the
this
sound
thing.
effect for me. I see. You're having too much fun over there.
Hey, but I think Gab had I think you had a question before we went on break.
I forgot what we was talking about for a split second.
That's pretty. Hey, that was a good. That was
Yeah,
good. That was a good one.
I wasn't ready for the brief intermission. But I know we was talking about the dealership and everything, and you was talking about how you go the extra mile. So I know some of y'all don't know. I recently posted something a couple of days ago about me getting on a 25 road glide, and I had the pleasure of test riding it with Power, and he was very informative, and it was really cool because if y'all don't know, y'all do know, y'all see my picture. I have a 23 Road Glide, and it's definitely a big difference. It's just far as in like the technology and and he was very patient, showing me how to turn it on and the different buttons and everything. He was like, okay, now this is what we're gonna do. All right, it's different modes. Don't be scared. As soon as he showed me what I need to do, I said, oh, say less.
You got
We
comfortable
out.
quick.
See, I
So,
need to get down there and test ride one of them low rider STs. I've been thinking about test riding one. Not gonna lie.
Oh yeah,
It look
come
good.
on through, man. We got one for you.
yeah, it was
Hey,
really cool.
I'll be excited. I'll be seeing them, man. I'll be seeing them. I see that you can do some pretty good builds on them, so I like
Oh
that.
yeah, yeah. These new ones, it don't take a lot to get them fast and get them nasty. It don't take a lot.
Nasty.
So,
Nasty.
I guess I guess another thing that I feel a lot of people would like to know, or have questions about, especially if they're new, or even just thinking about going from the sport bike world to riding Harleys. Like, what what are some of the misconceptions that people have about, you know, owning a Harley?
They slow. That's the first thing they gonna say. They slow. But Harleys are not slow, y'all. They're gonna get you down the street fast, but with comfort. That's what I tell people. It's not an old man's bike. Trust me, I was a sport bike rider too, so I was saying it's an old man bike. I wish I was in the Harley game first, even before I jumped into sport bikes. I wish I was just straight into Harleys. Um, but yeah, a lot of those are the misconceptions. Yeah, old man bike,
Mhm.
it's slow. Is it expensive? It is an expensive habit. I can't shake that. We can't. I can't throw it out and say, yeah, it's a cheap habit. Nah,
Mhm.
excuse me. But riding these bikes is it's gonna cost you some, especially if you're gonna put some miles on it.
Mhm.
But what I would tell people is like this community, whether you're an Android or an iPhone user, you got your community, right? And that Harley world, you got this ecosystem of people. Like you can pull up at any Harley dealership and just kind of feel like you at home, no matter where you from, your financial situation, or whatever the case may be. Like it just feels like you're welcome into this family of Harley. You know, and that's what I could say about any other thing I've written. Like from the sport bike world, yes, you got a community there, but I never felt that from like a dealership, like Harley dealership to dealership. You just feel this community of like, oh, I'm welcomed here. You know.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, with you being, a salesman, do you feel like that helps you with your with your side endeavor of being on your podcast? Because you have a podcast. What is the name of your podcast again?
So we call it Den Talk, but it all funnels through my channel at UTHWP under the helmet with power. So if you go to my YouTube channel, you can find the podcast through that.
And it's weird because that's how Left Lane started. It was funneling through Shywood Glide page, and then we branched it off to where it could be its own separate entity.
Mm.
So how would you say like your experience as a host um translates into you being a salesman, or is it vice versa?
Mm. That's funny you were saying that because I'm trying to coordinate some things now, but I'm sure you guys can understand, especially when it comes to a conglomerate, a unity of people. Like it takes a lot of moving parts and people getting on the same schedule, um, on the same path, or having the same passion that you have.
Mhm.
So it's either you just got to take it as is, like, and say, hey, this is how I'm going, or my vision with this channel. You
Mhm.
know, so you just got to keep driving on because everybody's not going to have the same passion for it. What? Okay, I answer that. I answer that. But everybody's not going to have the same drive and same passion. You just got to understand that when it comes to this space. And like I'm speaking particularly to that podcast thing. Um, I know it sounds glamorous, like, hey, let's do a podcast and be like everything we see on TV and they so successful. But just
Mhm.
with my little channel, my little thing, I know how much work and dedication it takes. Like you gotta be focused on it. You gotta say, this is what I'm doing, this is the time I'm dedicating to it.
Mhm.
Because not only like am I kind of hosting it, but then I'm doing all the editing and
Mm.
stuff behind the scenes, which takes a lot of time. So, but I don't know if that answered your question. I probably went off on a tangent, but
No, it
Mm-mm.
definitely gave us the answers. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
And the reason why I go into that, because I do understand where you're coming from. Because
Mhm.
some people, they think that when we're up here, yeah, it's just all just talking, talking, talking. But behind the scenes, you're right. There are a lot of moving parts
Mm.
where, even like Gab and myself, we'll be every day just like, hey, going over, material or um, figuring out like certain times and stuff like that. So it's it definitely takes its toll when you have other things that you have to do too. When it comes to like work and you got family life and then you still got to get out there and split that time of planning for the podcast with the time that you do for
mm,
your writing and got to
Mm.
edit your videos for your separate channels and stuff like that. So I,
Yep.
I
yeah,
get it. It can definitely be, you know, like time consuming and challenging at certain points, or even tiring, but
oh
you
yeah,
still get up
yeah,
and do it
Yeah.
because like it's your passion.
yeah. So like speaking of the tyrant, like then I see stuff like my boy Ben there. Like Ben, I met him at Traveling Tall's event. You know, he came up to me like, "Yo, bro, I watch your channel, support you." He's a fellow veteran too, even though I think he was in the Navy though. But I ain't gonna hold that against him. You know what I'm saying? But that's my boy. Like, shout out to South Florida Baggers. So a lot of times y'all will see me wearing that hat, that SFB hat.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Shout out to Ben. Shout out to South Florida Baggers. So he support me. I'm supporting the bro. And a lot of times strangers will support you a lot more than your own
This is
people. So
true. Yeah.
but shout out to Ben. And he asked about New Orleans. Is that what in July next year?
If
I
you
think
talk
he
about
talk about
You
the
talking
Orleans,
about
that's in May.
GQ event? That's in May. If that's
is
what
it
he's
in
talking.
May?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We had a great
Uh
time. You
we'll see.
hey,
We'll see.
if you can come down there, P.
Hey,
It was
hop on a ride down with us. I know we're planning to head down
yeah.
at a certain point. That what day we had
I
a
don't know. P look like he go fast. I'm trying
I keep,
he look
Listen,
like
I
he
listen,
keep
just
up.
look,
I
I,
keep up with the
get down
formation.
there. I don't know. I'm gonna have to
I
see.
just want to relax.
He said
He
he
said he met you
she
there, yeah.
she remembered because she called him out. Yeah.
Hold on.
So, I guess what pushed you to want to start the podcast in the first place?
He said 100 all the
You know
whole way.
it. Man, you know it, bro. What was that?
So, what pushed you to want to start the podcast?
I ain't gonna say what I want to say, but
Hey, look, we keep it real and raw up here. All right, this is unfiltered. All right, this
no, you know what? For me, to be honest with you, I not that I don't like being in front of the camera, but I like to capture other people in the camera. Like, so that's my thing. Like, especially like my favorite videos actually to make is the traveling videos and
Mhm.
showing what I see from my point of view. You know, so like that's my whole thing. So with the podcast, if I got other people that are like, hey, I want to share my story and share my experiences, I enjoy capturing it
Mhm.
and to like highlight other people in the culture or just those people that you always kind of see in my videos. Like, hey, who is that guy? Who is this person? So for y'all to be able to hear them and hear them speak and do their or see their personalities, I enjoy showing that more so than y'all just seeing me all the time.
I like that. So, with being that was like your passion, does that translate? How does that translate into you being able to tell, you know, just like approach your storytelling to other writers when you capture it? Are you just like speaking towards those people that's there, or you're taking what you can take from them and then building your story, or is it one of them things where it's just like, y'all pick your topic and then y'all just let it just flow?
Well, topic's supposed to be picked so that way you can do a little bit of research, but a
Mhm.
lot of times that don't happen. Those bros, I've been knowing them for some years now, so we can kind of just mesh together and just it'll just start flowing. Sometimes it'll get a little bit out of control. Then there's a lot of editing, like, oh, I got to take out 5 hours of the clip because we was talking straight crazy. But but no, like it helps, especially people who listen and thinking like, hey, I want to start a podcast to have some topics, kind of like do your little research, get some like, oh, okay, this is where I'm gonna go with it, so that way you can kind of stay on topic. But it's okay to flow too, and then just kind of give the audience some behind the scenes of, hey, these are my bros. I'm hanging out with my bros, bringing y'all into the den, so that way y'all can see how we kick it.
Yeah, it
Okay.
definitely comes off as like y'all just having a regular conversation, and
Mhm.
like it doesn't seem like scripted or anything like that. Especially like the way y'all be like joking and stuff with each other.
Oh yeah.
And then and the times that I've seen some of the videos, like it's very informative as well, especially when y'all talk about like, y'all traveling and everything, packing like, one person said, hey, I buy stuff when I go out, or I don't want to pack too heavy. I think that's something that I learned myself, like to make sure that when I go out, I got my equipment and that I got, two pairs of shoes, and I want to make sure I got, an extra outfit just in case something happens. So like listening to how, some of y'all ride and just other riders and stuff, how they prepare for those longer trips and stuff, I think is
Mm.
really, really dope.
Yeah, and that was part of the goal too, like hopefully helping people learn something,
Mhm.
especially from our mistakes, or as we gain more and more experience through this thing. Um, but yeah, the person that always got to buy stuff, that's the one who always forgetting his drawers and stuff. So I ain't gonna
So,
say no names.
so with you being on the show and given the knowledge that you have, like, how do you think that you play a role, or should I say, how does your name and the knowledge that you give play a role with you being as much of a motivational speaker as you are? Because I know people learn something from every time that you speak and whenever they watch your show.
Mm. Hold on one second. I'm about to try to see if my wife about to run me over in the garage. I told her I'm in here, but hold on, give me 1 second. Y'all probably
Oh
about to see a
no.
tragedy happen. But
We don't want to be no witness.
uh, okay, I think she just seen me. Hold on. But, all right. So motivational speaker. But say the question one more time because I was just making sure I wasn't gonna get ran over.
So, how do you feel? Based off your name and your podcast, where you speak, such influence into your viewers. How do you think that play a part as you being a motivational speaker towards the biking community, or the riding community,
Wow.
or any community in general?
Yeah, so ooh, that's a good question. I think just with my experience and just my background being military, I've always felt like I needed to be, or not needed to be, or I've been put in that position to be like upfront, being able to speak clearly. Not that I'm necessarily trying to like mentor people, but I do want people to take away from, or take away that this community is not just about a bunch of people breaking the law, or we own the roads, or we crazy, we about to do all this stuff. Like, we come from different walks of life, and ultimately I want you to see that, like, um, some people may feel like if they see me I'm a little bit standoffish or a mean guy or whatever, but when you get to know me you'll find out like I'm actually don't take myself too seriously. Like, I laugh at myself all the time before I will laugh at anybody else. But I just try to really just share my story and just be as authentic as I can be, because that's the only person I know how to be is me. So
Most
that's
definitely.
it.
Like that. And what would you say, like your core message to the bike community would be?
My core message: take care of each other, look out for each other, um, try to understand that everybody rides different.
Hmm.
Um, don't feel like you know everything. Continue to learn with this thing called motorcycling.
Hmm.
Um, but just always look out for each other. That's the main thing I can say. Take care of each other. If you know a bro had too much fire water, meaning some alcohol or something like that, yo, and you got to be responsible too. Like I know at these events, there's alcohol and drugs flowing, marijuana, whatever. It's flowing everywhere. You got to take some accountability, but if you can't take that accountability, at least let your bros take care of you. Like, hey, here go my keys, man. We'll call an Uber, get you back, whatever the case may be. So
Hmm.
Yeah.
we just got to do better at that, especially as a community.
And,
So can
and
we ask you? Oh, you.
no, go ahead, Gab.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say. So can you share a moment where your words pretty much like shifted someone else's perspective that you feel?
Hmm. Wow. Y'all be asking some good ones, huh? Shifted someone else's perspective. Wow. It's what what comes to mind really for me is if I'm somewhere and somebody approaches me and say, "Hey, I watched one of your videos and I really enjoyed this," or "I didn't know this about whatever whatever it is." Like, "Hey, riding information about joining a club," like
Hmm.
that means something to me, and that what keeps me kind of going sometime. Like Shaw said, he was like, this thing can be overwhelming. The editing, the cutting. Sometimes I don't want to film.
Hmm.
Sometimes I've done some stuff where I haven't even been filming and wish I was filming, but I'm just in the moment. Like I don't have no cameras on.
Yeah.
But um, and sometimes you look down there at the comments like, hey, I really appreciated this video, what it did. People hit me up in my DMs, and those things I think will answer your question where like, hey, my words or my actions have
Yeah.
shifted somebody's perspective on something.
Yes, pretty much inspiring. I know I personally um enjoy like you say when you after you done did the event, you done edited everything, you done put it together and it's received in a positive way because you put so
Mm,
much time into it, trying to, pretty much give your point of view of this experience. So when you get that feedback and stuff and somebody say, hey, you know what, I seen you wrote here. And that makes me want to do this too. I can't speak for how you feel, but I know how I feel. I'm like, oh wow, like cool, like somebody rocking with what I just suggested. So
mhm.
yeah.
And I wanted to recap on your message to the bike community because I feel like you know riding your bike and and having like motivation, like how can I put it? Riding your bike and being a motivational type person and giving motivation. I feel like they kind of like go hand in hand. They kind of overlap because sometimes like as riders we tend to do events where it could be something for the kids or whether it's something for a good cause, charitable cause or whatnot. And the people that see that, I feel like it motivates the next generation of riders when they see us do that.
Mhm.
Believe it or not, I'm pretty sure there's kids when you guys ride down the road that probably see, you know, a group of motorcyclists, just riding, and it looks cool. It looks cool to them. Um, they see us having fun out there, whether it's two, three, four, don't matter how many you are on the road, even if it's just you on your lonesome. I feel like that alone can push, people who may have been afraid to get out there and ride. They may see you rolling on the road and be like, you know what, that guy can do it, and he's not afraid to do it. I can do it. Which
Mm,
I don't think you can really like ride a bike and not have some level of fear to it. It's some level of fear factor. Like, yeah, it's fun. We have fun. We know that it's dangerous. I guess you kind of like brush the fear away, but deep down, when you're in certain situations, it's there. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
but just by someone seeing you out there, it can motivate. Sorry about that. If I was too far away. It can motivate you guys. The people that's out there to get out there and get on a bike and do what they got to do. You know what I'm saying? So I think what you do by working at the dealership, being able to speak to people and get to see you know what's really going on in their head at the same time, but also pushing them in the right direction for what you see is best for them. That is something that I feel is truly magical. All in
Mhm.
all in a nutshell. So
Hold on, pause really quick. So I just want to make sure that we go to the comments really quick. Um, Power's getting a lot of good feedback, love. So shout out to Haunted Dreams.
Shout
Um,
out to Haunted Dreams. That's one of my number one fans.
let's go back to a previous comment. It's a great question. Power has motivated me and my motorcycle journey and finding community. And then another comment was I was afraid to ride until I came across
UTHWP.
me. So I think it's pretty dope when you see stuff like that and you see, the impact that you're making um when people watching your comment, I mean your content and everything like that. So just wanted to make sure that he was able to see that. I'm pretty sure he did, but I just want to post that up again.
say that again. The last part?
No, I just said I wanted to make sure that he saw,
Oh,
the
okay.
love in the comments and stuff that he's getting. Yeah.
You're welcome.
And we
Yeah.
also hold on.
Got
Also
Moses.
Mosley saying yo. What's up,
Yo,
Mosley?
All right, everyone. So we do have 10 minutes left. I do have a few more questions I would like to ask before we get out
He said you.
of here. So, what's one piece of wisdom every rider should carry?
one piece of wisdom every rider should carry. Make sure your helmet is strapped.
Hey,
But
that's
now,
my.
but make sure you're taking care of yourself physically and mentally before you're doing these long trips. That you're physically and mentally prepared for a long trip.
Yeah.
Oh, did you
And
have
ride your ride.
So, what would be your
Appreciate it,
dream
bro.
ride destination?
Dream ride destination. Definitely not Alaska after watching Just GQ video.
Just shout out to GQ.
Where haven't I been though? Like I did the Cali, that was on my bucket list going coast to coast. Um, but maybe Northern Cali. That'll be the next, I guess, my next big destination of, hey, this is on the bucket list. Or no, I'll take that back. Sturgis. I need to go up there.
Yeah, I haven't been up there yet either, so that's definitely on the list. I would like to go when it's not a rally, to be honest, so I can just enjoy
Hmm.
it. So that's my only gripe about that. But so I guess my final request from you is what can you give the how do I say readers? Can you give the viewers a final motivational message?
Hey, first of all, thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all subscribe to everyone's channel here. Comment, 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 comment on everyone's channel here. It takes a lot of work to do this. To my fellow YouTubers, if you have the right room and there's 200 people in that room, that's a packed room. So don't get caught up in the numbers, y'all, of these views. If you
Mhm.
got the right room, and you got those number of people in that room, that's a packed room. So don't get too caught up in the numbers, especially if you just started this YouTube journey. Just keep it moving. Even if your initial goal was, hey, I'm making these YouTubes just to show my mama. Just keep it in mind as you keep trucking along. Like, I just want my mama to see this. So as I can just say to creators out there, just stay focused on the dream. Don't get caught up in the numbers. Don't get caught up in the support. You're going to have those people that's going to support you. You're going to have those that don't, that you wish that would support you, but just keep trucking along, or keep riding, keep the throttle down. Other than that, drink water, take care of yourself, guys. Physical and mental health. We only got one life. There's only one you, so be the greatest you that you can be.
Where's the applause for that?
And I can
Love
say
it.
a takeaway that I'm pretty sure Gab can contest to that we've most likely taken from this is that the bike is more than chrome and horsepower. It's a mirror of the spirit behind the bars. And with that, I would like to thank Power for joining us this evening. I would like
Yes.
to thank Gab for being here and being an outstanding host with me. And for the
Thank you.
viewers, I would like to thank all of you for coming in and viewing our segment. This is episode 16. We're doing it big, y'all. So this is not the end for us. I just want to say next episode, October 21st, we have I'll let tell you
Who we got, Gab?
who we got coming up.
Oh, we got y'all. He is so petty. Next week, y'all make sure y'all tune in. We have Black Dragon coming on here on Left Lane Chronicles, 8 p.m. And just after him, we just still got more heat coming. We are so thankful for everybody that's took the time. Thank you, Power, for coming out and being in the Left Lane with us, sharing your story with us. We're really excited about just everybody just tuning in and just showing us support and love. And we're just gonna keep it moving. We're gonna keep it spicy. We're gonna keep coming with these good questions and stuff. And y'all just continue to tune in and get in these chats and stuff, ask questions, and we would love to hear from y'all. So
And also, before we all get out of here, do anybody have any important rides or anything coming up?
Where the rides at?
Where the rides at?
It's getting cold though.
That's what heated gears for. Yeah.
Ride your shit.
Hey, wait, sing it again for him. Sing it again for him.
This ain't karaoke night.
I prefer not to ride in the cold if I don't have to. Jeez.
I got no choice. I'm up here in Connecticut, so.
Oh yeah, we got no choice. We got no
choice. If you haven't already viewed, I know on my channel, Shy Will Glide,
do it,
go see my review of the Daytona helmet, as well as my review. Yep. As well as my new seat that I put on from Bad Boy Cycles. And I may have another video there you guys can take a quick little peek at. And if you haven't seen Just Gab's new video that she just put out of her LEDs, go check it out. She's showing you guys
excited.
install and everything.
Thank you, y'all. Yeah, I'm turning wrenches on my own bike, y'all.
There you go.
I installed my own stuff, but yeah, y'all just make sure y'all check out my new video that just dropped a couple of days ago, and I appreciate everybody's for their support.
It was good.
All right, and as always, until next time, this your boy Shy Will Glide. I am here with Just Gab 757 and the man with the plan under the helmet, Power himself. Remember, keep them tubes down. You heard?
Yeah, good night.